When the U.S. Space Force launched in December of 2019, it became the first new branch of the armed forces in 73 years. Bipartisan lawmakers signed the National Defense Authorization Act as Washington recognized the need for security on a new frontier. The agency is now making major advances to stay ahead of competitors in space, including China and Russia. Joining me now is Major General John Olson. He is the mobilization assistant to U.S. Space Force Chief of Space Operations. He is also a U.S. Air Force reservist. General Olson, so good to see you here in person. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's great to be with you.
This is some interesting stuff we're going to break down. Let's start with, on Earth, we're seeing increasing threats from countries like China and Russia, who also have robust space-based capabilities. How is competition looking in space right now? And what work is Space Force doing to outpace them?
Well, it's a great question. Space is indeed congested and contested. We've seen just a 46% growth in the past year. Launches are up. Spacecraft, particularly small satellites, are having an explosive growth period. But, as we look at global competition in this arena, it's absolutely essential for the United States to maintain and extend our leadership. And it's vitally important to every part of our daily life, whether the weather or whether you're banking or a global positioning system. So this is a primary focus for us.
And as technology advances, I imagine the pace is unreal to try to keep up.
It is indeed. It is a space race. It's also a technology race. And at the core of that are data and AI and cybersecurity. So, there is no space without cyber. And so it is vitally important to us.
Let's turn to the war in Ukraine. Detailed images of battlefields taken from space and shared to battalions have shaped this conflict. How have we better understood this war from this new perspective?
Well, the conflict in Ukraine is indeed a kinetic war, and it's a war of attrition. But I would also say it's the first war of cognition. It is absolutely and has been transformed by the power of space. As we look at commercial systems providing communications in the form of battlefield data and talking ability. Likewise, we've seen imagery, whether it be electro-optical imagery, so we can see pictures and understand intelligence and movement and logistics, as well as synthetic aperture radar, which sees through the clouds and the snow and the rain that is so pervasive. So as we look at those elements, it's absolutely been transformative. And I think all the future conflicts will be shaped and colored by the lessons that we're learning in Ukraine.
So fascinating. You were the Department of the Air Force Chief Data and AI Officer into the beginning of this year. How is Space Force leveraging the growing world of AI and machine learning to improve security? What have we learned that may shape the future battle space?
We know the Space Force is the first service born digital. We're just into our third year of existence, and it is absolutely a critical part of everything that we do. And that goes equally true with data. Data is the most valuable element that we have, but data alone is meaningless. We need to turn it into actionable information and wisdom and knowledge that we can apply for decision advantage and information advantage. So we're making tremendous investments in both data and artificial intelligence and machine learning and deep learning so that we can, with machine-to-machine speed, make ever faster and smarter and more accurate and timely decisions.
Well, we have you. Today is the Air Force Reserve's 75th birthday, which you are a member of. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. We're really excited about that.
It's a big deal. Tell us about your service with them and the work and your fellow reservists do.
Well, it is indeed our 75th anniversary. It's a long legacy of citizen airmen supporting the nation's call. And so I think as we look at the intrinsic value of people having one boot in industry or academia and one boot in the military, it's so vitally important. It's a great return on investment for the nation. And as we look at our airmen who have served throughout that 75-year period, we've been to every major conflict. And oftentimes, reservists have more experience because they stay in those positions longer. In the Space Force, our reservists have an average of 6.7 years more per person than our active duty counterparts. So it's really a great win-win strategy, vital part of our overall mission support. We call it the total force, and we're bringing it totally strong.
Such important work and fascinating work. You're a good dinner guest.
Well, thank you very much. It's an excellent team, and we are really excited to share the message.
Major General John Olson, thanks so much for being here.
You bet. Have a great day.